What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and I'm here today with maybe what might be our last episode of So You're Being Hunted. Once we get done with this game, I'm not sure where we're going to go. I may continue the series if you guys end up liking it, but at the same time, there's not a lot to showcase with this game. Where are we at right now? Well, after the last episode, I ended up getting shot in the face, and so I gave up on the North Island. The North Island was pretty much looted out, and there was too many robots anywhere to do anything, even with Sub-durr-fuge. And so, let's see what we can do here. We're back on the Central Island. That's the town that had loads of robots in it. I'm going to try and set a fire right here to drag them away. Oh, we don't have any matches. Never mind. No matches available. Well then, let's head off to the Eastern Island possibly then. I don't think there's a whole lot of things for us to do here without any further ammunition. Let me jump on a boat and then we'll get ourselves on the way. And so here we are, the lovely Eastern Island. Let's see if we can get off the dock here without drowning ourselves. I don't know if water does anything to you. Let's find out. Nope, water doesn't do anything. There is a relic right here, ready for our perusal, with no robots around. What I'm gonna do though, oh, it's not gonna let me do that. Let me see here. I need to clear this out of my inventory. Well, we'll grab the little one, I guess, while we're here. We might as well because it's so tiny. Let's be careful about this forest right here because I don't like it. This forest makes me feel uncomfortable. There's a church over there, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot of things that are different about each island. This one seems like there's a couple of sheds here actually. Let me get through this brush. See if maybe there's a door around somewhere. Did I walk right past it? I did. Alright, so we're going to store our fragment right there. We're going to take that bag of mints. Everything else is just an old boot, the skull of a sheep, and a dead rat. I'm actually going to dump both relics here. I'm going to try and collect as many of them near here as possible so that I can make loot runs back and forth between the islands without having to restrain myself. Now there's another shed out here in the bush, which I think we're going to explore. Let's go see if there's anything out here. You'll note that I have my guns and things back. I got myself blasted in between episodes, so it takes you back to your most recent save. We have a shotgun again. We don't have the rifle. You know, it's alright. We didn't have any ammo for the rifle anyway, so everything worked out perfectly fine with that kind of respect in mind. Looks like a little shed over here. I don't hear any robots, so I'm just going to move in on it. I don't see there it is. There's an axe and a bunch of mints. So apparently all these forest people, all these people that like to live out in the middle of nowhere really, really like mints. That's fine though. Anything that sustains us and keeps our game going a little bit longer before we get ourselves into any type of starvation situation will make me happy. Now, being careful, we're going to come up on this church as slowly as possible, I say, while I sprint. And there's nothing on this side of the building, so let me check for a door really quickly. Hopefully we can find ourselves some more ammunition so that if we need to clear a location, we can just do it without having to give any kind of consideration to stealth. The church has a bunch of stones and a red toadstool. I'm going to take the bandages and the red toadstool and eat it, just to get that 20 vitality back, but as I said, we're going to get a little bit loopy here. Let's check for another door while we're running around stoned out of our minds. But no, there's nothing there. I don't really want to go through that entire foresty area, so I'm going to walk the edges of the island. That's probably what we're going to try and accomplish today. Anything that we come across will be open to indiscriminate looting, hopefully. We've only got 2 rounds left. Well, 3 if you count the 1 bullet in our pistol. But this 1 bullet, completely useless. There's nothing we can do with this 1 bullet. We can kill a dog with it, actually. But that's about it. That's all we've got. Let's think about how we're going to approach this place. I count 3 robots thus far. There's 1, 2... There's a big one, so there's 3. So there's at least 4 or 5 here. Let's check the back doors first. I might try the leftmost location before anything else, but if there's a dog around, this whole situation's going to get just completely worthless very, very rapidly. The dogs are the big problem here. Once the robots have dogs, you'll find yourself in a very, very poor place to do any type of looting around the cities. Now try and keep line of sight broken. And just kind of cut a wide swath here. Yikes. Well, I might be able to loot this really quickly. Some berries, which we're just going to eat. Let me see what's on the other side. Just peek for just a moment. Alright, so I think we're kind of safe to loot. I can't really tell you. I'm going to take that toadstool now rather than later. It sounds like he's about to be right on top of us. Very, very tense right now. A ham, we'll take that. A bunch of terrible eggs. TB smells. Does he see me? I can't tell if he sees me or not. I think he's just holding his position. I'm gonna see if I can move on this front door right here really quickly. Withered apples. God, the loot is just awful in this game. I'm not really sure how to conduct myself from here. But a diversion is not off the table, but at the same time a diversion is probably not going to help with this many robots around. Probably just see if I can sneak straight in. Just kind of hold still for just a moment until everybody's turned around. There we go. Well, he still fired at us even though he had no line of sight, which is a little bullshit, but... Like, who's even firing at us right now? God. You can tell there's a little... I mean... It said that I had 0 visibility. Like, it said I had very, very low visibility. And now we got one of those crappy little dogs after us, too. I hate those little pug dogs. I cannot stand them. I like pugs in real life. I enjoy the pug life IRL, but those little robot pugs, I just want to blast them in the dome because they make my life just miserable. I've got 1 bullet for that little pug if he tries to run up on me. Because we don't deal with that kind of stuff in my hood. Let's see here. Looks like they're running off that way. Let's check this little group of hovels. Maybe getting something to use. There's whiskey. Let's drink that really quickly. Now, well, we just set off a bunch of birds. There's some bullets for our pistol, which I definitely want. Some matches, a bunch of chocolate biscuits. Those birds may draw everything to us. It's a possibility. Not a guarantee, but a possibility. I'm going to check the rest of this place for ammunition as best I can. And once I feel a little bit better about our ammunition situation, at least we've got a full reload on our pistol now. I can kill 3 robots with well-placed shots if and when they decide to come after me. We've got a lot of food on hand, too. There's actually a lot of stuff here that's going to be useful. I'm actually kind of glad there's no robots around here. This could have been a lot worse. There's some more bullets. Got ourselves a little bit better stock now. Still, not enough to go toe-to-toe with that entire horde over there. A few more, though, and I think we'll be alright. We can resituate these all near the gate back to the other island. And once we have that done, I think we'll be in a really, really decent spot, assuming maybe there's a few more ammos. So there's a trap. There's another group of pliers right here, which apparently might have gone away. There's some tea. The tea is really good, so we're going to take that too. And I think that's everything in this little row of houses. Maybe this door right here. I don't think I hit this one. So there's some more. That's going to be our final little... Yeah, that's probably going to be our final little bit of loot that we can carry along with us. And so what we want to do now is maybe make it back to... I don't know, a stowing location, a location in which we can hide all of this gear. We don't want to carry too much of this around, but we do want to have a centralized location that we can potentially get back to in the case that it's a telephone box full of liquor. I haven't seen a telephone box in a long time. They tore them all down in the U.S., or at least where I live, we don't have them anymore. They kind of just knocked them all down and put in like cell phone charging stations and things. Bunch of robots over there. I don't think it's worth it to get into a little scrum with them, though. Let's cut in a different direction. Or maybe travel along the banks here. And once we get our loot stowed away, I'll be a lot happier because then we'll have room to actually do stuff. Or maybe we'll take those 2 relics back to the first island, get that little cash in the bank. That'll make the game harder, though. Or maybe it's the passage of time that makes the game harder. I don't know what the corresponding thing is that makes the game more difficult. I'm not that knowledgeable about it. I refuse to read wikis on games like this because I love to learn the game as I go along. I cheated with Terraria, and it ruined the game for me forever. I just knew all the recipes. I know, like, I made paths for what I wanted to build next. It just kind of tore the game apart for me. Some people like to play with the wiki in hand. I found it to be... I think it made the game rudimentary for me, because then there was nothing for me to figure out. All aspects of exploration were pretty much dispelled. This has been good, though. Even though we got chased by dogs and bit in the face in previous episodes, and then shot in the ass with buckshot, as though Batman was after us. If you've watched my Oregon Trail, you'll get that reference. But we did get a good group of stuff that we can stow away for now. And I may keep playing this. Well, let me know down in the comments. This is the last episode I'm going to record of this for me personally. And if I get like a sincere outcry to continue the series, I'll give it some thought and we'll see if we can actually finish the map. Although I can't really guarantee anything based on the terrible, terrible loot that we've gotten during this playthrough. And believe me, maybe it's just because my last playthrough was too good. My last playthrough, I was running around in the first 10 minutes of the game, I think with like 30 plus rounds for my pistol. I was able to just storm the beaches and annihilate everything. And I don't know if the game's supposed to be like that. But when your second playthrough is that easy, it gives the impression that maybe the game is designed to be that way. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely just head up my own ass not knowing what I'm talking about. Let's grab, and that's another thing, is I'm not really playing to the objective right now while I'm thinking about it. Playing to the objective, what I mean by that is that, oh, I thought that blue thing was like a robot or something. It scared me. It's a robotic wisp, hide. No, I'm not playing to the objective, and what I mean by that is that our objective is to gather all these little fragments. Instead, what I've been spending my time doing is just running around gathering fun stuff. What we're going to do here is let's put all of our chocolate biscuits in here that we can. Destroy the dead rat. We'll destroy the sheep skull and the boot. We're going to put a bunch of food in here if we can, and some of our bottles. Maybe a few of our stones. Yeah, that'll work out. Some marmalades in there. We can eat some of these just to get our vitality back up. There we go. So we're at 90 vitality right now. We'll throw the ham in there as well. This is going to be like our goodie shack. We get everything organized really quickly just to get things out of the way. Alright, and so we have what looks like 7 extra rounds, so 13 shots altogether. Well, we've got 1 trap and a pair of pliers. I'm going to go back to the boat and save my game really quickly because we've looted enough stuff. I do wish that the game had an autosave of sorts. The lack of an autosave does make the game a little bit cumbersome while running around, but alpha state, alpha state, alpha state. I'm sure they'll add it in the future. Let me get down the dock here, and I think we can save at the boat, so I'm going to try and do that. There we go. And so now our game has been saved at the boat. Let's head back inland. And I'm actually going to try and centralize a few more relics if I can. We've got 2 in that shed right there. There's another shed to the other side. I'd like to make it just a quick hop, skip, and a jump from the boat to get to any of the relics. I don't know how many are left on this island. It's tough to tell sometimes. Oh, and there's robots down there. Okay. Let's do a little bit of casing the joint out and see if we can get to this relic without getting ourselves into any serious altercation. I prefer to avoid expending ammunition because if we kill these guys, and let's think the best case scenario is that we possibly get like 6 shotgun shells out of these guys, like assuming they have a shotgun that's loaded and then they also have extra ammo, and then we take everything they have. We don't want to trade bullets for bullets. Instead, what we want to do is kill them in melee. I think I'm okay right now. I'm going to put a trap down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a bottle right at that location. Hopefully drawing them over here. We trap one. We possibly shoot the other. I don't know. It's going to depend. Well, I think the bottle went through the rock and fell down the hill. I don't know how well this is going to work. Yeah, the bottle glitched through right there from what I can tell. Well, we may have to face pull this group then. Face pulling. Robots. Be observant. Come after me. There we go. And so hopefully one gets trapped right here. There we go. And so one's trapped. And we're just going to club him. And so down he goes. We'll use, to get this back, you actually highlight it, and then you just use the pliers right there, and you'll get it back. See if we got anything useful. A busted shotgun, unfortunately. And if we got 2 busted shotguns, a little bit of a, it's a big bit of a waste. We actually just wasted 2 bullets, and all we got out of it was one of our primary objectives, so I guess it's not that bad. I'll be optimistic rather than pessimistic. This one's got a weird shape to it. It's kind of shaped like a little bit of an energy drink. I definitely would not roll it about on my tongue. Well, I might. If it tasted like candy, I might consider it for a few moments. You never know. I mean, it could be like a magic candy relic. I don't know when you got to use candy in your construction of dimensional travel objects, but if it came up, I wouldn't instantaneously take it off the ledger. I might just give it a few licks, and then when my engineer was like, why is this shaped strangely? It looks like a ring pop that the cat's been licking for the last 6 hours. I'd be like, listen, it tastes like candy, man, and I was really hungry. So just bear that in mind. Don't judge me. Let's get back to this shed over here. This second shed's going to be, another bottle. We're going to need that because we threw away the other one. Let's take this relic and we're going to drop it right in here. We're going to use as many of these mints as possible because our vitality is getting a little low. Let's reload our pistol. I was really hoping we would get some shotgun shells out of that exchange. Alas, we did not. You do get a stealth rating when you win the game, and my stealth rating is always just like, you might as well have just headbutted everybody to death and screamed, I'm here, the entire game. That's pretty much the way that my stealth is judged. My stealth is judged very poorly. You'll forgive me. I tend to lose my train of thought while I'm running around just kind of looking at things. What's going on? That is a very picturesque little village. I will freely admit that. Let me see if there's anything we can loot here. This might be the village that the robots chased us out of. I do think I hear the sound of robots, and I think this is the place. Well, the street seems a little more crammed. I'll grab the beer because that's really good for vitality. And they should probably try and find me after that, but we got more ammo, good. More tea and some more whiskey. Yikes. I think they're right on top of us. If they have a dog, we're in trouble. Hop this fence and get to deeper grass here. I'm actually surprised we got away with that one. Really, really surprised we got away with it. I'm not going to drink beer while I'm trying to sneak around. Alright, there's nobody around this corner either. God, this is so tense. Eh. Bad robots. Put a trap right there. The sad part is I don't know how many there are. Which leaves me a bit wanting for a strategy here. However, we do have the booby trap there. What I'll think about doing... Yeah, let's throw the bottle against the side of the building. And it went through the building. Once again, my plans are foiled by the fact that the bottles just don't seem to work the way I want them to. That means they're all going to go and try and get inside the building, unfortunately, and they're not going to walk around and get hit by the trap. Well, our vitality's a little low. Let me drink a beer and try again. That's always a good life strategy, right? Drink a beer and try again. That does make me a little loopy, unfortunately. Let me make sure I place the bottle right this time. As soon as I'm not trashy drunk anymore. Maybe throwing it right here, and we'll see if it glitches through the wall again. I'm pretty sure that second shot got him. There we go. Now, we don't know how many of these guys there's going to be, so we want to get the hell out of here while we can. So there's a few more right there. We are taking fire, unfortunately. Alright, let's get over the hill here. Oh, we caught one. You hear our trap go off? We caught one while we were running around. I do have enough ammo to square away with him, but we're going to need to break line of sight first and get to safety because we're bleeding, unfortunately. We do have a bit of a bleeder situation going on. Let me get some line of sight here. Use some rags. And then, oh, keep running, I guess. They're still on top of me. I don't know if this is what we looted already right here. This little, yeah, this little, oh, maybe not. I can't remember if there was a cross at the end of the street or if there was a normal type structure. There's always some little, like, statue in every little town. Presumably to help you. Okay, so we're in the brush now. They shouldn't be able to find us. They're coming down the hill over there. We're absolutely invisible while we're in these little wheat stalks or whatever these are. And I don't know why I'm trying to be so quiet because it's just a video game. It's not like they can hear me doing commentary right here, but I feel like they can. I've explained this in Project Zomboid before where it feels... Do they have a dog? I can't tell if they have a dog or if he's just running around randomly.
Find the trespasser. Find the trespasser. Resume the hunt.
Well then. I think he's off the clock now. God, he just double blasted us right in the face. Gotta use that really quickly. Although I actually don't see anybody else coming down on us. Because we're injured, though. I didn't know if he would just walk right past us right there. That was the mistake that I made, as I wasn't positive. Oh, there he is. I think he's in the brush right here somewhere. Where's the body? I want his shells if he has any. There he is. And see, that's why we check. He's got shotgun shells. He's also got some tea, which we're going to use. So there we go. We should be able to get ourselves healed up pretty quickly. And that's another robot down that we don't have to worry about. Now, the big robot over there. The big robot over there is going to be able to soak probably like 12 rounds before we get anywhere near him. Just a little bit of something to contemplate, just something to commiserate about. The big robots, don't even waste ammo on them. You can't kill them. Just assume for the purposes of the game that unless your number of bullets is like 50, it's a completely pointless fight. Just assume that to assume that. There's a bit more ammo. We were able to draw them out of this town, luckily, with our, well, our nasty little escape. It wasn't like a James Bondy escape. There was no finesse there. We pretty much strong-armed that one. Few more traps and some extra pliers. I may try to go back and recover that other trap. Now, I'm not positive that the robots actually get out of the traps. I've seen them stay in the traps for quite some time. There we go. We'll take him out right now. We did get some extra bullets just now, and then we'll get the hell away from here. We'll come back and loot the body in just a minute. Maybe we'll actually get into a shootout. Got him. Kill a few more and we'll be in a good spot. There we go. So we got that one too. I don't know if we have this entire town cleared out, but let's check for shells. We can unload the shotgun. Bear that in mind. You can unload their shotguns. If you actually need the bullets, just right click them and then you go to unload. All right. Very good day for us. This is what I was hoping for back at the other relic, is that possibly we would get ourselves a few more bullets if we had to engage in a fight. And there are a lot of houses here. The spoils that we've taken in that gunfight were well worth the expenditure. So let's have a look around. There's some extra bullets, so I'm happy with that. Let's drink some of this tea to get it out of our inventory. We've got way too much tea on hand. Kind of just resituate stuff if we can. We've got a stone. The stones might be more useful than the bottle. The bottle seems to go through things and generally just kind of not work the way I want it to. He's only got a busted gun. There are back doors to every house, so we're going to check those too. And I think that's going to put us right about where we want to quit with this series. Although, I'm just trying to give you a good feeling. I think of this as like a Splattercat's indie short, maybe. I don't really know. I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and if you guys are finding it to be entertaining, I can keep it going for, you know, however long you guys think it's going to be. Ooh, more bullets. All right. Our luck has finally turned around here. One less bot to deal with there. Because I didn't like looking at his face. Got some extra biscuits here and another little bit of the plier action. Eat those really quickly so they don't go to waste. I don't hear anybody else coming along. I'm pretty sure we've just gunned down like an entire neighborhood worth of robots. Robot children will be weeping for their robot fathers tonight. That's a terrible thing to say. Let's unload this. Ooh, big house for us. That's a very big house. Now we're starting to get the type of armaments you want to have to actually be able to clear the game in some kind of timely sense. Nothing else there, just some pipes and some tobacco. These houses are spaced very strangely. In fact, I think this is a bug. I'm not going to complain, though, because each one has bullets in it. And that's what we've been looking for. Pretty much the entire game is just bullets, bullets, bullets. I have a few more look-sees around. He's coming not in that direction, so we'll be fine there. Is this robot still caught up in a trap over here? Or is this even the same village? I mean, there's a lot of robots around. I think it is the same village. Well, I guess our trap expired or something of that nature. I don't really know how the traps work. I've never trapped a robot and then just sat there and waited to see what would happen. Yeah, this is where we were at before. So we pretty much went to guerrilla war, and not the guerrilla war with like gorillas like, ooh, ooh. That's a completely different kind of guerrilla war. That kind of guerrilla war could rapidly get me into trouble. I'm not even sure with like a revolver I could drop a gorilla. Gorillas, do you know gorillas can like bend steel? Those things are crazy, but I think chimpanzees are stronger by like unit volume, or I don't know what you would use to express that. Chimpanzees are stronger by size, I guess, would be the most elegant way of putting it. Let's see if we can find any more relics before I break off this episode. This is the last one I'm going to record for now until I get your guys' feedback. So I did episodes 1, 2, and 3 at the same time, and I'm going to upload them just kind of gradually so that I can maybe take a day off every now and again. That's what people don't tell you, kind of breaking a fourth wall, or I don't even know if commentary has a fourth wall to break. But gaming commentary is one of those things that it's sort of like an all-day, everyday job. You upload something every day, you're probably recording most days. It takes you about a week to get enough episodes recorded just to take like one day off. Just something to think about. Put it in perspective if you're thinking about starting up as a commentator. It depends how obsessive you are about it, like me too. I'm really, really obsessive about commentary. I love doing these things for you guys. I have so much fun recording and just kind of talking to you guys while we dick around and run through the countryside here shooting robots. I think this is a good place to break off the episode. I think we've got a little bit of running. I'm going to stash the rest of this stuff in those huts one more time, those little woodcutters huts. I'll see you guys in whatever the next episode is. If you guys turn out to really like this series, we'll keep it going. I hope you've enjoyed the showcase thus far. I hope you're thinking about supporting the developers. I've got a good feeling about this one. It's the same thing. It's the same feeling that I got from very early alpha or early beta Don't Starve. It's the same feeling. Like, this game has good bones. What I mean by that is it's probably going to be going places, and you'll want to keep an eye on it. If you don't buy it now, check back on it in 6 months, because I think the developers have a pretty good head on their shoulders, and I do feel like this game is going to have a lot of really neat features. I'll see you guys next time. Take care out there, everybody.